Hi, I'm Tim. I'm from Ultimate Screwpiling, and I'm here today working with Lovell on an exciting project down on the south coast. Lovell and Ultimate Screwpiling are here to enhance the way the building industry thinks and uses various different types of foundation systems, namely the use of screw piles. The choice of foundation system really is kind of key before you start any building project and can have a big effect on the way a project runs.
Due to the proximity of trees and shrinkable soils on this site, screw piling has been selected on 20 plots. Trench fill was selected on other plots. However, due to the variability of ground conditions throughout this site and a limited amount of soil investigation that can be done to produce an accurate ground model, there are questions regarding barrier capacities and possible areas of weakness in near surface soils. Screw piling may potentially be used on these plots.
Screwpiling itself it's not a new system, it's been around for a while. However, it's being utilised more on various building projects now of all types of sizes and schemes. Now we're here today with Lovell to showcase how screwpiling is going to be beneficial on a site such as this. So screwpiling itself, when you're looking at it against something like an augured foundation system or a big piling rig or your trench fill foundations, screwpiling is much more efficient. It is a quick, much cleaner system as well. The fact that we only need a couple of guys, an excavator with our torque head on it, and your screw piles. Minimal disturbance in the ground, which is really one of the benefits that you get from using screw piling. It's perfect when you have issues with tree roots or root protection areas, because there is so little disturbance when it comes to putting a screw pile into the ground. Once a screw pile is in the ground, and the installation of a single screw pile can take anything from up to 2.5 minutes to say 10 minutes. So it is a very fast process. So once it's in the ground, you can build on top of it almost instantly. Screw piling has a better environmental footprint when you're looking at it against other types of foundation systems. The fact that we only need a small machine, we don't need a ground mat, we don't need huge piling mats, very minimal excavation in most cases, and the fact that there is very little disturbance to both the soil as well as the environment around us, the neighbours, any wildlife, anything like that, it makes it a really, really beneficial, efficient system.
Here at Ultimate Screwpiling, we torsion test our screw piles. For the 76 diameter millimeter tube, we can apply 15 kilonewton meters of torque. And what this means is that when we are installing the screw pile, if we reach a torque of 15 kilonewton meters, we will stop, as we know that this is the maximum we can go before we deform the pile. For installation, all of our plates, our welds, our bolts, everything is checked by our team to ensure that the loads can be transmitted from the pile cap to the plates and subsequently supported by the ground.
The pile's being designed, let's go and see an installation. Installation is on an excavator, which is quick and versatile. At Ultimate Screwpiling, we have handheld install equipment to 40 kilonewtons loading for restricted access. We also have machine-mounted options, which varies to 200 kilonewtons, depending on the steel shaft used, 76 or an 89 tube. Larger tubes are available on request. For this site with Lovell, we are looking at a worst-case installation depth of 8 meters and a maximum torque of 15 kilonewton meters. If we do not hit torque at 8 meters, then we will consult engineers and possibly go deeper. If we hit torque at a shallower depth, then we consult the engineers, but we will stop as the torque has a direct correlation to the capacity. So we've probably already hit it, and we do not want to deform the tube. We will install 3 piles where the torque is at 3 meters, 5 meters and 7 meters to show how the torque varies. Before we install piles, we do a quick quality check. We inspect our screw piles for any signs of damage and check their galvanizing thickness. We have pressure gauges and a transducer on our equipment to measure the torque digitally and accurately during installation. Torque meters are calibrated yearly along with pressure gauge charts. So the screw pile alignment is also monitored via the transducer and an inclinometer, which is used inside the cabin of the excavator.
Here on the Lovell site, we have set up a demonstration test using our test equipment. This is a compression test. We load the pile up to 1.5 times the working load, so 150 kilonewtons in this instance, and we monitor the vertical movement and we check the overall stability of the pile. We're looking for a maximum deflection of 10 millimeters, and more importantly, we check the settlement rate over a set period of time, which is normally between 36 to 48 hours, to determine the fail load of the pile. We then take this information to further optimize our design for the project. CPT testing or cone penetration testing will also be done on this site, as it quickly and accurately determines how the ground conditions vary across the whole of the site.